don't think I'll bother trying to plug the motor in, but we'll just test the steering. Well, it works. I might try and renovate that one, do something different for the motor. Hi guys, this is one of my old hobby grade conversions from in fact this was a friction powered toy car. You push it and it keeps going. And in a recent video I showed this, so I'd used it on something else. But when I took the cover off, it reminded me that last time I'd used this as the hobby grade conversion, and I've already started taking it apart. This motor had burnt out the connector leads, and I was just going to take it off and throw it away, and I thought I never did look inside to find out what the problem was. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to have a quick look inside and see why it overheated, or see if we can see why it overheated. Right, should be able to pop these off. Probably get rid of the hot glue. Alright, so what's the problem? I mean, clearly that brush is overheated. It's still more or less there. They're not directly in contact with each other. Let's see if we can get that off there. It doesn't obviously look melted and burnt out. I wonder if it's that capacitor. So that actually looks... well, it's a little bit dark, but it doesn't look terribly burnt out as if one of the coils has gone. Just cut that off. And stuff around on the inside there as if something's sprayed up and it's got overheated. So obviously they're not in good condition. I would have thought we could still get some power through them. Trying to remember which way round it was. This is one where that brush actually makes contact with the shell, and that's where the positive wire is soldered. I'll try it on something gentle. I've got a big old 1.5 volt battery there. It's not spinning. I don't know if there's any power in this battery, but I'd rather try that than a LiPo. It's pushing against me. If I try and turn it that way, it's stiff. That way it does spin a little bit. It does feel like one of the coils has gone. So it's not very conclusive, but if I take that off, yeah, I can spin it both ways easily. Put that on. It tries to go one way but doesn't want to go the other. How about if we reverse that? Yeah, I think it must be a coil that's gone then. Okay. Well, that can have the really technical cross on it, so I don't get it confused when I take it out of the box, because it's worth keeping just for the magnets in it. Right, we've established that motor is dead, so I'm going to see if I can 3D print a little gearbox so we can connect this all together properly. Pinion gear, drive gear, fit on there, yeah, that'll fit on there. So I'll see if I can print just a little gearbox assembly to hold it together. I said I'd have a look at renovating this one. So this stuff's only here temporary. This is what I've done. I've made myself a little cradle for a motor, one of the motors I bought on eBay a while back, eBay or AliExpress. 3D printed the cradle and the gears. If we have a close look at that pinion gear, you'll probably see it's all deformed on the end, but I printed it long enough so that doesn't matter, as in the length, because I knew it'd probably do that, so I just added a couple of millimeters onto the length that I needed. So that's all up together. That's actually just sort of sitting in there. It's not glued in place or anything. It's held in place by the axle. This steering that I've used here, that's come off some other radio controlled car, needs so little movement. I've had to really cut down the arm on the servo. Otherwise it gets to the stops and starts bending. So we'll give it a little run. Oh, before we do that, I'll just say I think I might actually make a proper little battery container box to go in there, like all the radio controlled cars have. So I'll cut a slot in here and put a little box in. 3D printed, of course. Hit the wall and knocked the body shell off. I haven't screwed it in place at all. Well, the gears are nice and quiet in that. They must be meshing really well. You still get the whine from the ESC. But yeah, I think we might do a little bit more. As I say, I think we might put a battery box on it. That'll do. Thanks for watching. You'll find more information down in the video description. You might like to watch that video up there, and you might like to subscribe over there.